Okay, well, anyway, we already read this email at the end of the last time anyway, but the idea is that we have to somehow get some things out of the tar. I'm not quite sure how to do that just yet, but that's the goal anyway. Okay. Chronicles of Aaron, Chapter 2. We should probably read Chapter 1 first, so we'll do these. Aaron Hill, Mountain Knot City. The Chronicles of Aaron, Chapter 1, The Great Embarkation. Hey, Sam. You're headed for the Tar Belt, right? Once you're past that, you'll be in Edge Knot City at last. Heart. But only Amelie and the Vanguard ever made it that far, and from what we've been hearing, everything west of the Tar is pretty messed up. Lucky for you, we're going to construct a backup safe house once you get the chiral network hooked up over yonder. Director's orders. Got a heart of gold, doesn't he? Of course, the question was, who was going to get the sweet, sweet job of trekking all the way out there to build it? You guessed it, yours truly. Guess that golden heart of his doesn't bleed for me. Still, it's for the good of America, right? Everybody's got to do their bit for the great rebuilding, I guess. Anyway, it looks like I'll be throwing on a pack and venturing out into the wilderness like my old friend Mr. Bridges. Wish me luck out there. Aaron Hill, pioneer and adventurer, signing off. Okay, is the audio okay still? The ammonite with the umbilical cord and mass extinctions. Sam, the ammonite with the umbilical cord you brought me has undeniably brought us closer to solving the riddle that is the Death Stranding. I really cannot thank you enough, and thanks to that antimatter bomb you provided, I have finally been able to resume excavations. I remain confident that by continuing to research the fossils contained in the deeper strata, we will gain a greater understanding of how this particular ammonite is linked to the stranding itself. Okay. Umbilical cords are not necessarily the product of evolution, but possibly the result of a genetic factor that hastens extinction itself. A mere theory which, if true, would invite the question, what of our own umbilical cords? Are they indicative of a predisposition towards self-destruction? And if so, is there anything we can do to change our course? A troubling possibility to consider, and one for which I have no response. Well, other than it doesn't make much sense. Given this theory, one might consider the umbilical cord to be representative of a connection between life and death, a dangerous, potentially fatal relationship, but like the many connections you yourself have forged, a potential force for good. For so many of our accomplishments are the product of our collective action, a fundamental truth that would have remained forgotten by many had you not brought us together. Stay the course, Sam. Okay, and then Aaron Hill Part 2. The Lonely Road. Where are you at right now, Sam? I just left Mountain Knot City behind. Don't worry, I'm not getting in touch to gripe about how hard this is or anything. I'm fine, honestly. Nah, seriously, I'm a veteran of the first expedition. How else do you think I made it this far west on my own? I can look after myself, especially with the forecast data available on the chiral network these days. As always know when time falls on the way. Compared to last time, it's a breeze. Walking these mountains on your own, though, wears on you. It really does. You know, I don't think I've ever actually checked the weather. It kind of doesn't matter, though. Anyway. Can't believe you traveled so far without a soul for company. You're another breed, seriously. Hey, anyway, I passed this beautiful heart-shaped lake a little ways back. Silence my phone. Don't bother me, I'm playing video games. Or at least get in the chat. Hey, anyway, I passed this beautiful heart-shaped lake a little ways back. I'd heard of it, of course. First time I ever saw it with my own two eyes, though. The one by Hartman's place. Someone told me that there used to be a city where that lake is, which reminded me of a story I'd heard about this porter who got snagged by a BT. All this tar started bubbling up from the ground, along with rocks and buildings and all sorts of debris. Stuff from the past, people said. And that porter used it to escape the tar and give the BT the slip. What do you reckon, Sam? Sounds a bit crazy when I think about it. Anyway, I swung by Hartman's place to say hi, but nobody answered when I came knocking. Maybe he ain't as friendly as he makes out. Seems my journey through these mountains is going to be even lonelier than I thought. Can't give up now, though. Let's both of us keep on truckin'. Catch you later. Keep on keeping on, Sam. Okay, so then we've got the spiritualist telling me something. How are you, Sam? In good health and good spirits, I hope? I have to say, the chiral network is quite impressive. Ever since you hooked the shelter up, my life has become much more exciting. I've been able to procure all sorts of goods that I had never seen before, and I've noticed quite a number of new structures going up nearby as well. I should also mention that I managed to unearth some old research data that may offer some insight into some of the more unusual phenomena you might have experienced firsthand. I'm sure you have a vivid recollection of your many experiences in the seam, but it turns out that the person wandering around it that you may have identified as yourself may not be you at all, but someone else entirely. You see, when everyone's beach belongs to them and them alone, the seam is an altogether different beast. I've read about people who had near-death experiences that involved the seam. When they came across this someone else there, they found themselves somehow saved by them in the real world. They'd even received care packages and the like in some instances. Remarkable, you'd agree. You might even say that the chiral networks bridged the gap between this world and that in more ways than we realized. Now, I still don't know who this someone else actually is. The fact that they're in the seam, though, would suggest that it's someone who's died, wouldn't it? Someone from the past. So, in essence, the past is intervening to keep the present alive. It's comforting to think that it's not just BTs and other scary stuff that comes over from the other side. Maybe the chiral network can help us reconnect with more benevolent beings and positive forces from the past as well. If I may, Sam, I don't suppose you could keep an eye out for this mysterious someone from the past the next time you visit the seam, could you? Aaron Hill, again. Thanks for delivering the coat and boots. Thanks for picking up Dead Man's coat and boots. They were loaners and of a size we don't stock in excess. In fact, it's so rare that someone asks for them that we only had the one set. Anyway, we'll give them a good wash before placing them into storage. You take care of yourself, Sam. Neat. The veteran porter, thank you, you saved my life. Sam Porter Bridges, I've heard an awful lot about you. I'm a porter too, see, and I like to take an interest in my fellow delivery boys and girls. Now, you probably don't know the first thing about this, but the fact is, after the Stranding hit, the government didn't come to the rescue. Matter of fact, the almighty USA did jack shit. And you know who picked up the slack? Private porters, that's who. Making deliveries that kept people alive, stepping up and doing what no one else could or would. That's the world I grew up in. I learned that at the end of the day, it's only people you can trust. Individuals, not organizations. That's why I want no part of your UCA or Bridges neither. Sorry, but that's just how I feel. Nevertheless, I will say that I am mighty grateful to you for bringing me these meds. I'm not sick or anything, just so you know, not even injured, just worn out, burnt out, fucked on a quantum level if you like. That's what happens when you push yourself too far, make one delivery too many. Used to be there wasn't a single mountain I couldn't climb. I'd even trek down south to places most porters never even heard of, much less seen with their own two eyes. Not anymore. I'm not full-on retired or anything, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about how much longer I can go on. I tell you what, though. Mike. Oh. Is it? No, it's still on. Okay. No, all right. You're fine. I was just you know, if none of the things I did to try to fix the sound worked, then I got no fucking idea other than uninstalling everything and starting over. So hopefully, so far so good. You know, apart from the sound glitches, but we've had that problem before. It's the part where the microphone just cuts out, and I don't know that I've been off that I'm worried about. Cool. All right. So, I tell you what, though, I was doing a lot better after you dropped by to see me. Felt good to know I had a buddy out there, someone who'd been fighting the good fight long after I'm gone. You'll do that for me, won't you, Sam? Oh, speaking of places down south, I remember that last time I was out that way. I saw something. Little glowing thingy it was. No idea what the hell it was, but it didn't look like something somebody had dropped. Ever seen an object like that? So I have no idea what the fuck these are, because I went looking for them, and I couldn't find them. I think we're just going to progress the main story, though. Because I just, I don't know what else to do other than progress the story. So, anyway. I mean, I don't perceive this as a game that has multiple endings. The geologist. Dear Sam, thanks to you, the chiral contamination's all cleared up. Nasty symptoms, though. Dizziness, headaches, insomnia. At first I was worried it was all down to my isolation in the shelter and the intense focus on my research for the past year. But it got real bad when the nightmares started. I saw the end of the world, a portal to the beach opening, and BTs pouring through by the thousands. There was nowhere to run, no time, and they began scooping us up one by one. And then the void outs came, bigger and bigger, until a massive one, or several massive ones, enveloped the whole world and poof, just like that. When I told Hartman about it, he likened it to the visions of extinction dooms sufferers tend to experience. It's strange, though. After all, we now have incontrovertible proof that chiralium is far from a recent addition to our world. Anyway, that's a problem for a different day. The important thing is that I'm cured, and it's all thanks to you. Thumbs up. 3 thumbs up. At this point, you think we got to go forward? Yeah. Well, it would require too much backtracking to get back into the thick of the game. So, anyway. And then if I have a completionist urge in me, then maybe I just won't make all of you watch it as I finish the game. All right, the spiritualist. Snapshot of ages past. Sam, do you recall the handprint you brought me? Well, I hope you're sitting down, because when I analyzed it, I discovered that it was 65 million years old. It dates back to the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs became extinct. I did fear that perhaps it was just the rock, and the handprint itself had been added much later, but that seems not to be the case. Could someone have traveled through time via the beach in order to leave it? If not, how could it possibly have been made? I plan to look into the matter further, and we'll get in touch when I learn more. If you happen to stumble across anything that might shed light on this mystery, you'll let me know, too, won't you? And the Mountaineer. How's that climbing anchor treating you? Thanks for helping out back there, Sam. Out of curiosity, you have a chance to use that climbing anchor I gave you? It's pretty special, you know. The missus used to use it. It was custom made for her by a chiral craftsman. Super light and durable, just the thing for rough terrain like this. She wants you to have it, her way of thanking you for helping to bring our baby boy into the world. Here's hoping you get plenty of use out of it. Okay. And I'm going to take a quick break. I have something wrapped around the controller cable. This whole setup I've got here is just a mess of tangled wires. As I just kept trying to get things to do anything whatsoever to work. Okay, I will be back in just a minute. Okay. I have returned. Alright, so then we do have some interviews. Oh, and memory chips. Let's see, more motorcycles? We got the dandelion seeds. Neat. Okay, because we brought a couple new people in, so we gotta read who they are, and some Heartman stuff. Alright. Is my microphone still working, though? That's the question. I'm gonna hope that it is. Hey, it is. Okay. Let's make sure everything else is working correctly. Looks like it. Okay. All right. Both Neanderthals and Homo sapiens are believed to share a common ancestor in the form of Homo heidelbergensis. But there are clear differences between the two. Neanderthals were brutish and brawny, well equipped to hunt larger animals and survive in cooler climates, whereas Homo sapiens were slender-limbed and only capable of hunting smaller prey. But as millennia passed, Homo sapiens learned to create tools and hunt in packs. The Neanderthals, who actually had larger brains than Homo sapiens, also fashioned tools of their own, but these were crude in comparison, and developed little over 200,000 years, perhaps because these simple-minded beings favored small family units, so that even if a breakthrough occurred, it was unlikely to be shared with others. This isolation, more than any other factor, seems to have led to their decline. Homo sapiens, meanwhile, conceived religion with which large numbers of individuals could be bound together in service to a common cause. Strength in numbers also made their communities more resistant to famine and other calamities. In other words, Homo sapiens grew stronger through interpersonal connections, by creating what came to be called society. If we persist in our divided state, we risk losing this hard-won unity and dooming ourselves to the Neanderthals' fate. We will dwindle and die apart and alone, but history holds another intriguing lesson. Homo sapiens did not disdain Neanderthals. The two species even intermingled on occasion. Our DNA retains vestiges of our ancient cousins even now. So you see, while a species itself may disappear, its genetic legacy may yet endure. One year ago, the evolution of life on Earth could be described as the evolution of consciousness. When the first vertebrates clambered out of the oceans and onto the land, their consciousness expanded to process the new realm that lay before them. But their development did not end there. Their eyes moved from their flanks to their fronts, that they might comprehend the depth of the world. Mammals formed groups, increasing their chances of survival. Eventually they came together in communities, and then larger societies. In order to preserve and maintain these structures, humans developed a perception of time, and in order for societies to outlast the lifespan of the individual, we conceived of an afterlife and a future beyond ourselves. Alas, the Death Stranding threatens to undo all our progress. Consider the chiral network, which incorporates the beach, where time does not exist. Or consider timefall, which rapidly accelerates the degradation of that which it comes into contact with. How can our sense of time, honed over millions of years, remain intact when we must cope with such irrational phenomena? Yet that is but the tip of the proverbial iceberg. We are growing apart, retreating into isolation, gradually losing our place within society. I would even go so far as to say our conceptions of reality are under threat. How could they not be, when our very eyes deny the invisible BTs that stand before us? The stranding has warped our consciousness in every sense. If the evolution of life on Earth is indeed akin to the evolution of consciousness, then what is happening now is undeniably a regression, is it not? There is one caveat, of course. Some of us are now far more aware of death than we ever were. That is what Dooms has given us. For me, therefore, Dooms is not merely a biological change. I prefer to think of it as the means by which I have achieved a new form of consciousness. Furthermore, I hope and believe that this new awareness of the other side is humanity's trump card as we seek to defeat the Death Stranding. Would one of you in the chat mind looking up and maybe giving me a subtle hint about what the glowing lights are in some of these or in some of the messages and such? Because if there's something important, it might be good to have a hint. If they're like bonus stuff, then I'm not super worried about it. Okay. At least not at the moment. I mean, I do like... the thing is, like, I'm a completionist in the sense that the amount of a game I play, I tend to complete as much as possible. But then as I'm like 70-80% of the way through a game, if I don't decide to just like rush to the ending, then I'm probably going to end up dropping it and not picking it up again. I mean, I have obviously different obligations when I'm playing for all of you, with all of you. This is another Hartman from 3 months ago. An article from an old scientific journal was recently brought to my attention. It predates the Death Stranding and concerns the discovery of a 380 million year old fossil, one of the Devonian era, to give the period its proper name. It was a fossil of a fish, and in its womb was a child connected to its mother by an umbilical cord, no less. The species, Mater Piscis Attenborgi, is that like David Attenborough, Attenborough-y. Attenborough-y. I was just watching some of Planet Earth earlier, so that's why that stuck out to me. Anyway, it's a placoderm, an extinct class of armored marine creatures that used to live in seas the world over. Unfortunately, most were wiped out during the Devonian era. Attenborough-esque. English language has got a chill on some of these spellings. Okay, where was I? Unfortunately, most were wiped out during the Devonian era, right around the time of the second of the Big Five, in fact. Hello, Dogler Sleeper. As you may be aware, one of the key foci of my research is the link between creatures with umbilical cords and mass extinctions. Once this area is connected to the chiral network, it is my hope that we will be able to piece together more data that will help us learn more about the link between umbilical cords and the Death Stranding. Oh, they're the memory chips? Okay, then I probably did do it right. I wonder if they're the memory chips that have to do with the unknown courier or something. Okay, that's fine then. Because I'm pretty sure I did get the one from the incinerator. I just didn't think that I had done it correctly. Okay, interview with the geologist, personal shelter 1 year ago. I remember it was just before I joined the expedition when I found those documents in Bridges HQ, research papers that predated the Death Stranding. People used to believe that dinosaurs had gone extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period 65 million years ago. But when this fellow investigated various locations where late Cretaceous dino fossils had been found, he came to the startling conclusion that there was hardly any evidence anywhere on Earth that supported the theory that dinosaurs had survived until the end of the Cretaceous. In other words, almost all of them had been wiped out long before that. The only place where there were fossils that did support the traditional theory was here in North America, which suggests that this was the last part of the Earth to have been inhabited by dinosaurs. Not everyone agreed with this analysis at the time, but let's say he had it right. That would mean that there is evidence of a mass extinction hidden here, right beneath our feet. Evidence which could prove invaluable in understanding the one on the horizon. Did the dinosaurs who happen to live here just get lucky? Or is there something special about this place that allows them to survive? I'd love to get to the bottom of it, but I'm not sure I have what it takes. I'm not like Heartman. I don't have dooms or any other unique traits. Still, I want to make myself useful. I want to research the Stranding and help uncover the truth behind it. That's why I joined the expedition team, after all. Now, the paleontologist a year ago. In the period since the very first forms of life arose here on Earth, the planet has witnessed a number of mass extinctions, and as you're no doubt aware, the most significant of these are known as the Big Five. The first marked the end of the Ordovician period, while the next, at the end of the Devonian period, wiped out almost all marine life. But the third of these extinctions, at the end of the Permian period around 250 million years ago, was even worse. 96% of all marine organisms and 70% of land organisms died as a result. The fourth extinction finished off most large reptiles, though the dinosaurs managed to hold on until the fifth came along at the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago. We humans are evolved from the small mammals which managed to survive that particular catastrophe. Each of these 5 extinctions resulted from enormous changes to the natural environment. Species which were unable to adapt to these changes perished, while those which were ideally situated to evolve and thrive did just that. Evidence from records which predates the Death Stranding indicate that many scholars believed a 6th mass extinction was on its way, or that it may have already begun. There was something of a consensus regarding its cause as well, humanity's destruction of the environment. This led them to sound the alarm, warning the world of what was at stake. At the time, the greatest minds of the era believed that if the ecosystem could be preserved, and if humanity could learn to live in harmony with nature, then a future could be secured for all the world's species, humans included. But that was then, and this is now. If the phenomenon we are currently experiencing is indeed the sixth extinction, then it must be acknowledged that humanity is its main target. Is this divine punishment for our misdeeds? If so, then I suppose there is little that can be done. Perhaps there is no way forward for humanity now. Nevertheless, I refuse to give up. I will endeavor to find hope in our predicament. Makes me think, have we seen any living animals other than humans in this? Interview with the Evo Devo biologist. Yeah, I think the idea is that we are in the 6th extinction, but it doesn't have anything to do with the Death Stranding. It just has to do with things we do to the planet that are less than good. Yeah, the bugs are part of the Death Stranding, though. They're not animals from before. This is the Evo Devo biologist 1 year ago. I was born after the Death Stranding, so my conception of what the world once was is derived entirely from documents, photographs, and video. We didn't used to have timefall for one, just regular rain, no chiral clouds, only the traditional masses of suspended moisture. And one certainly didn't have to worry about tar bubbling up from underground, in most locales. Humans could travel anywhere, even into space, and we were blissfully unaware of the beach's existence. Suffice it to say, there is no doubt that this is a period of sweeping change that will have lasting repercussions for all life on Earth. Given that, dooms may simply be humanity's way of trying to adapt and survive. A beach exists within the consciousness of every individual, but those environmental changes, they affect all life on a genetic level, do they not? That is why I thought to investigate them, and the medium through which I chose to do so is the tar, which has become so ubiquitous. But you're not interested in that, I'm sure. So you know, there is a very real possibility that we have already failed to adapt to the 6th extinction, that we are but another evolutionary dead end, soon to be left behind. If that is the case, then it could be reasoned that the ones afflicted with dooms, and therefore blessed with an enhanced perception of the beach, are our successors who will survive and supplant us. I suppose that would be a shame, but it doesn't trouble me all that much. My research will survive me as well, and the doomed sufferers can pick up from where I left off. They will carry on my genetic lineage too, for that matter. No, what worries me is that not even dooms will provide sufficient to endure this extinction. If that is the case, then humanity is doomed. It's certainly a possibility we have to acknowledge. But more than that, one question looms above all. Why? Why now? Why like this? That's what I want to know more than anything. Somehow I doubted the dinosaurs and all of the other species that came and went ever considered that question. Worrying over the reason for this and that is a uniquely human condition, I suppose. Yet this idle curiosity may be the key to understanding and overcoming the stranding. I said animals other than humans. Oh, but you guys are talking about something else. Anyway. Tar bubbles up from the beach. This is Aaron Hill. 1 year ago. I heard this area was pretty inhospitable before I got here. Got your fair share of mountains, obviously, and on top of that were all these rumors about a secret terrorist base or something. Excuse me. So I figured I was in for a bad time, but when me and the team got here, yeah, it was way worse than what we thought. Felt like we could get jumped any second, you know? I tell you what, though, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw all the tar out west. Wondered how the hell Amelie and her team made it through, but someone said it wasn't nearly as bad when they made the trip. I was sent out to take a closer look, and man, it was something else, and it hasn't been that long either. Had to imagine all that bubbled up damn near overnight. Honestly, I felt like I was standing on the edge of the world. We don't know much about the tar, except that it wasn't around before the stranding, same as Timefall and Chiralium. There's some speculation that it might be some byproduct of the beach, and that if you could somehow retrace the flow, you'd end up there. But that's all theoretical stuff. Right now, we've got a practical problem to deal with. One of the chiral relays we built is at risk of going under any moment. We don't have the manpower to relocate it yet, but we should once the second expedition shows up. Whether we can wait that long is another question, though. Maybe you could tell them to get their asses in gear if you get the chance. Okay, is that it? I bet that's it. Or almost all of it. Okay, we're done. Well, anyway. So here's my thought, and I think I need to just turn down my light slightly so I can see the television better. All right, so let's go ahead and rest here now that I know this is here. Just to make sure that everything is more or less maxed out. And let's get all of our excrement bombs ready to go. Did I just get another email? Let's drink these beers first. Have another beer. That only increased it by 5%, though. Did that one get me any more? No. Okay, so take a look at the terminal here. And Let's read. Guess what, Sam? I'm halfway there. Can you believe it? To tell you the truth, I'm struggling to believe it myself. Not so long ago, I was all but broken, mind and body both. My feet were nothing but blisters and chilblains? I don't know that word. And the going was so steep I nearly slipped and fell more times than I can count. But just as I was about ready to curl up and die, you know what I came across? A hot spring. Damn thing saved my life. And it wasn't no ordinary hot spring, neither. The wounds, cures fatigue, hell, it even recharges batteries. It's nothing short of miraculous. Okay, so maybe I didn't just happen across the place. Porter told me about it. Thanks, Porter. See, I was doing my best to steer clear of BT territory, but my best wasn't quite good enough. So when I was about to walk into a heap of trouble, this guy showed up, told me I was headed for danger, and took me to the springs instead. Even helped me carry my load. Can't tell you how good it was to meet another traveler on the road, especially a friendly one. So yeah, we had a soak together, shot the shit, it was nice. Seems he'd mislaid some cargo meant for a bridge's scientist. Said helping me out was his way of atoning for his sins. Now that I think of it, that whole part was pretty strange. He said the cargo contained an ammonite with an umbilical cord. But yeah, can't speak for ill of the guy. I wouldn't be here writing to you if it wasn't for him. Be safe out there. Till next time. Okay, so we've had some beer, which means that we can pee. Which is important when we need to throw our pee at bad guys. At monsters. I don't know why I have to skip the shower at 3 different points. And we'll skip all the 6 number 1 grenades. Neat. And 1 number 2 grenade. Oh, I think that's a plane going by overhead. I was like, what the fuck? It's not. Okay. I think we got a boogie. I want to say, actually, I probably got some more gear. Oh, and I need to change my boots in the near future. They're not totally toast yet, so I don't know. I think we got some more stuff in the truck here.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I might as well just take, well, not that one. I'm gonna end up losing a bunch of. Then I forgot my excrement grenades.
Keep on keeping on.
And my blood bag. Okay, so. I thought there was more than that. Okay, so now I think we kind of have to just get in a fight with the BTs, right? And then try to cross using the wreckage of anything that pokes out while we're fighting. That's my assumption anyway. I don't actually know anything. Yeah, so here we go. We got some rain. Now we just need the baddies. So far, so good. We gotta hit one more. There we go. But I think I want to fight them. Yo. Oh, that's fucking rad. Let's see if I can go get my stuff back. So cool. What is that? Is it coming out of there? No, there was something. Wild. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. So let's quickly put everything back on the back. So I can get prepared. But I don't think I want to fight them. I don't think I want to hurt them because I need to get through here using the structures. Let's see. So I need to get over there. Yeah. Most part, I've been able to just kind of lightly jog away from everything. Cool. Tar doesn't seem to be as deep as we was messing up with the last time. That wasn't very
Huh. Can't say I would have ever thought of that. Well done, Sam. You out there giving it your all, there's hope for us yet.
Look at you. Just, look at you doing such a good job. Such a great sequence. Like my stuff back. Now it's fucking gone. All that stuff is gone. It's too deep. Oh, hi there. Oh, no. Oh, that's just freaky as hell. Come on, you gotta climb, buddy. Do anything. Oh, how far back do I have to go because of this? Alright, where am I? I'm back at the beginning, aren't I? Well, whatever, we're already in it, guys, so here we go. I don't think it matters much because I don't think I'm supposed to be playing it. I think we're just supposed to be crossing. Worth a shot. I think the baby's just gonna be unhappy with me. Too much I can do. was cool. That was really cool. You guys still hear me okay? Apparently you can hear me. So far so good on the sound. Beach.
London bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. London bridges falling down, my fair lady.
Copyright strike. Assuming I can never get my shit together. Dead ocean life on the beach has a smell. I've actually been around beached whales. Maybe just one. It was pretty gnarly.
Keep your voice down. You don't want to scare the poor girl away, do you? She's in there. I can smell her. Of course, I wouldn't have known for sure if it wasn't for you and your wonderful network. Bless your heart. And thank you kindly. Oh, Sam Bridges. Careful. Contents are fragile. Like the world and everything in it.
That forehead tattoo.
Me, I'm no exception.
What is it?
I'm not the only one wearing masks either. There's your boss man, and that woman, and oh, let's not forget little you. Okay, it's okay. I know it ain't easy wearing a mask all the time. Now the mask can come off, right? Hey. You remember this? Nope. Poor, sweet Amelie. She's holed up in the beach nearby. Tell you what say we make it a race? Whoever wins gets to usher in the end of days. Nothing like the eve of extinction. Bring focus to the mind. Makes folks honest. There'll be no need for masks soon. But I wonder.
CQC.
When you look death in her eye,
Sam? Even now, our way forward, our way to save Amelie is the same as always. Your first priority is to get the local distro center on the network. Until it's complete and everybody...
I'm gonna change my shoes before it doesn't give me the. What is it? It might not give me the option to do so in the future.
It's connected. Higgs won't find it easy to get to Amelie. She should be safe. So take your time and do it right. Connect your Cupid to the terminal and bring the site online.
Just got inside, dude. We're in Vegas? No, not, no, it's like Tahoe. That's like Tahoe, I think. Because Vegas is way further south and east. Remote detonation grenade launcher. I didn't even get to use the grenade launcher I made.
Good work, Sam. You've made it as far as Bridges 1 ever did. We never pushed further west. Frankly, it's a miracle we kept that distro center running. Anyway, you're almost at Edge Knot City. Your final destination, where Amelie should be waiting. Smile, Sam. Only one more knot to go. One last time to put that Cupid to use. Though you'll need another component to finish the job. Regardless, the nationwide network will serve as your ticket home. Just bear in mind that by bringing Edge Knot online, you'll likely be revealing Amelie's location to Higgs. You'll need to get to her before he does. Head to your private room and get your gear sorted. When you're ready to go, we'll give you what you need. Make sure not to leave the distro center without taking the order.
Can I make it? Alright, sound off in the chat if you've actually read Moby Dick. I want to know how many of you have read Moby Dick.
Sam? Are you there?
Amelie.
C'est moi.
Can you hear me? Sam!
Over here, Amelie.
The network's nearly complete. Just one more knot to go. And then America will be whole again. Did I ever tell you my real name? I wanted to. It's Amerigo.
Beelzebub. Okay.
After Amerigo Vespucci, the man who discovered the continent.
I thought it was Columbus.
Except Amerigo was full of it. He lied. America is a lie.
Amelie.
I'm on the beach, Sam. Our beach. The one where I was born. Higgs will never find me here. He can't. So don't worry. Get the last Cupid to Edge Knot City and finish what we started. I'll meet you in your room at the distro center when it's all over. There's something you need to know, Sam. I've kept things from you. Worn a mask for the longest time. Everything Higgs said about me is true. I could end it all. Us. Mankind. Extinction. That's what I am.
How does that even mean?
But it's not what I want to be. All I want is for you and me and everyone in this world to be whole. Sam.
It's where I keep my guns.
Promise you'll stop me. Don't let me end it all. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Amelie? Amelie!
Okay, before we move on, I gotta do one thing for myself, which is that I gotta reverse the wires for my headphones, because I think I've got my left and right backwards. They were in there a lot harder than I thought they were. Anyway. Oh, now we're talking about height. Aren't y'all tall? So the thing is that the headphones are on the correct way, but I had it's a whole thing. I have it split from a single jack to two jacks, and they were just in the wrong side, I think. Alright, we've just seen some shit, and we gotta have some beer. Just headphone jacking it, you're right. And we were like an hour and 15 minutes in without any sound problems. Yes, he does need a shower. I was just going to do all of that at once. He's got tar all over his face. I don't understand. Like, here's the thing. When I was playing Metal Gear Solid 5, even when Quiet would just keep doing stuff, I would eventually just, like, stop wanting to look at it even. Like, you know, and that's, you know, granted, I'm more attracted to, Quiet than Norman Reedus. But after a while, it was too much. You know, it was like, why am I getting so much side boob in the middle of, you know, all the other stuff I have to do right now.
EX grenade number 1.
God, dude, drink some water. I mean, I guess I'm in control of his water intake, really. We'll skip the one that's actually just an advertisement for Norman Reedus' show. We had an email. I'm going to go ahead and just throw a save in here. Yeah, I barely did this throughout the game. I don't think it really matters, though. Alright, we got, from the paleontologist, extinctions and the beach. Times of great environmental upheaval invariably lead to mass extinctions. The organisms that manage to survive these extinctions do so by adapting to their changing circumstances. But what circumstances could possibly spur an ammonite to evolve an umbilical cord? Hartman and I have both hypothesized that the answer to the question might be the beach. There are key differences between the umbilical cords observed in these entities and those found in ordinary mammals, which would suggest that they are uniquely equipped to survive in a world connected to the other side. The Death Stranding has, by any measure, resulted in environmental upheaval on a scale comparable to that which accompanied past mass extinctions. We need to study these events more carefully to figure out how best to proceed. Face. Better the butt than the wink. I mean, if you don't wink at somebody after they are forced to look at your butt, then what are you doing? I'm not gonna be like Heartman. Dear Sam, I've made a full recovery thanks to you and have been able to push on with my research. I've also come to an important realization. Basic science... Basic science alone won't unlock the mysteries of the Death Stranding. No, what we're dealing with requires something special, a kind of genius. You know who I'm talking about, right? Heartman. He's the most brilliant mind of our generation, and what's more, he has dooms. Not that long ago, and this is just between ourselves, I wanted to be just like him. Not anymore, though, not after that bout of chiral contamination. Now not only do I know I could never be like him, I'm actually glad that I'm not. I couldn't take it. I couldn't deal with the nightmares, with having death as my constant companion. Fate might have been kind to him in some ways, but in others... Well, now I know that he suffers, let's just say that. Crying face. His suffering's your burden too, I know that, but listen, if there's anything I can do to make life easier for you, let me know. I understand I'm never going to be the genius who cracks the Death Stranding, but I'm not useless either. I'm here to help. Okie dokie. I think if I have another beer, I'm gonna end up in trouble, so... I think we just boogie.
Security panel's unstable. We'll have to breach. Get a tool.
This is
You stalled. Now check the other way. Go!
No, open it up here.
Come on.
You still with me, Sam? Check the terminal and pick up that order before you leave. You can't finish the job if you don't.
orders for Sam. Yep, the only thing I can do. Accept orders.
This is it, Sam. Edge Knot City. The last piece of the puzzle. You'll need more than just a qubit to link this one up, though. You'll also be required to supply a network activation key. Anticipating terrorist interference, we held on to it for safekeeping. It's been sitting in that distro center gathering dust. Until now. Collect it at the terminal and take it to Edge Knot City. Luckily for us, the automated systems at the distro center there still seem to be operational. So once the key is entered, it should automatically interface with the backbone network. A word of caution, Sam. The activation key has a unique identifier. If anything happens to it, you can't just print a new one. It's one of a kind, irreplaceable. And for the love of all that's holy, don't lose it. And don't go breaking it either. You hear me, Sam? If ever there was a delivery not to fuck up, it's this one. We're all counting on you.
Remote detonation grenade launcher. Launches explosive projectiles, as you may have guessed. Can be used in conjunction with a variety of rounds depending on your needs.
I'm really
And
fascinated
yes,
by her
said rounds
vocal
are indeed
affect.
detonated remotely and at your discretion after firing.
It's almost like she says everything down into her cheek, you know? It's just down into the cheek. Or something, I don't know. I mean, I do like her voice. I think it's good. I just I'm fascinated by the affect. Like, I'm not sure how I would direct somebody to make that sound. I want 2 of those. Yeah. I'm probably gonna want some other gear, actually.
Order assigned.
That sounded like Death 1 doing that. I guess that makes sense. I mean, yeah, I do. That is kind of a, you know, the vocal fry and getting it down into like the corner and then trying to dislocate your jaw a little bit. Okay, well, I might need an oxygen mask. But I need all of my guns back. Let's see. So what's like the best? I don't remember. Can the non-lethal one? It's capable of firing hematic. The lethal one also capable of firing the hematic bullets. Let's see. I never leveled up the riot shotgun. That probably would have been something, but oh well. Let's get like 3 of those, because I feel like it's all I ever actually use. Regular grenades and stuff. Oh no, no truck. Won't give me a truck. Alright, it's all going on my back then. Okay. They still got some gear.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
I'm actually, I'm getting rid of this fucking science. Okay. Ghosts. Ghosts. can get through all of this. Stays yellow on the other side. I don't know why I'm compelled to examine the structure here. I'm compelled. Oh, hey, Skylar. Stranding's been good. Yeah, you missed a really good sequence when I had to cross its armpit.
You got company.
I want to try sneaking up on one of them. It's R1 to hold my breath. I was told there would be ghosts. What happens if I shoot at one? Let's not do the blood bullets. Okay. Can't shoot straight up. Keep hoping they're close enough together to create a chain reaction. Whatever, I've got blood. So my body makes the stuff. That's a big fall. Climbing anchor. So they're under my feet, but I don't know if that means they're going to do anything. I do have a climbing anchor. Directly under me. If I start to walk across this, it's going to automatically... No, I don't think it's going to. Whatever. Oh, that thing. I'm dismantling you. This area is probably just for in case I fell earlier, but I thought I would take a peek. I don't think there's any memories cards, so let's move on. The edge of the chiral network. And my last climbing anchor. Which way am I supposed to be headed? To the left. Okay. Okay. Seems like... Oh no, there's a ramp. I'm just not that random. Oh, those. The other side. I've got 29 of those that I can use. So, how do I sneak up on this guy and cut his... Like, because the handcuffs are not an option in here, as far as I can tell.
Let's go.
Where'd he go? Just like partly in the wall. Oh, interesting.
There we go.
Got him in the ship. Now it shows me. Okay. So if I hold my breath. Nice. Likes received from BT. Oh no. Do I get likes from the BT? Yes, I got likes from the BT. I guess it's better than being wailed on. Actually, someone told me I was using that incorrectly. It's better than getting hit with a bottle of my piss. At least that way I'm not wasting a whole bunch of blood as far as I can tell. Oh, can you guys still hear me okay? Cool. I don't know which of the like 6 or 7 things I did fixed the sound, but so far so good.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Alright, gang. Are we ready for potentially the end game here? Oh, that's the activation key. Man, I didn't even look in my inventory. It's possible that I'm just not on top of the microphone enough.
Valid activation key confirmed. Interfacing with NOT network.
Zero % damage. Likes from whoever received it. Man, I've really neglected delivery time over everything else here. Is that Los Angeles? Of course it's Los Angeles. Although, no, that's maybe about right. I don't know. Might be a little bit north of Los Angeles. Yeah. Quadruple rocket launcher.
We've done it, Sam. The chiral network now spans the entire continent. Our nation is whole again. Reborn as the United Cities of America. If terrorists or whoever else strike at us now, even if they succeed in destroying the knot, the network will endure. Everything passes through the beach now, and the beach will keep us together. But we can't rest yet.
Speaking of,
You still have one more job to do, Sam. A new nation needs a new leader. And only one woman has what it takes to succeed Bridget Strand. A woman destined from birth to inherit this legacy. Emily. She's out there, and she needs your help. Bring her home, Sam. And keep an eye out for Higgs. He could be zeroing in on her as we speak. Now that Edge Knot City's linked up, she should be getting ready to head to your private room. So check yourself in, and sit tight.
Your work is great.
Let's dream of beaches.
Sam! came for me. I knew you would.
Oh man.
Sam, it's me.
Amelie?
Now she's real time.
I need to tell you something. I am the extinction entity.
Oh boy.
Chiral density increasing rapidly. Contact imminent. Combat preparations strongly advised. Repeat. Contact with unidentified entity imminent.
But I can just stay here, right? Take notes how not to get moderated. Yeah, don't join a chat just to try to spoil a game for people. Okay. Let's read some emails. Veteran Porter, you're the reason I'm getting no orders. How goes it, friend? Much obliged for the meds. These aches and pains of mine are more manageable now. Was a mighty fine delivery set up around these parts once upon a time, before it all went to hell in a handbasket. Folks still need stuff, though. This here is hard country, hard to put down roots, and hard to get out when the going gets tough. Used to do what I could for those in need, make sure they didn't get left to rot. And then the damnedest thing, I started seeing fewer and fewer orders. Got to wondering if something was afoot. Turns out it was just little old you, taking on the burden right when I was due for a long rest. Thanks, Sam. You're one of the good ones. Mind you, I wasn't half bad myself. Made it all the way to Edge Knot City once, crossed the tar belt and everything. Weird place with a distro center smack dab in the middle of downtown. Weird cargo, too. Stuff you never see back east or anywhere else for that matter. Long as I'm rambling, you ever read about the gold rush? Happened long ago. People heard there was gold out west and started heading there in droves, eager to make their fortune. Well, damnedest thing, but I saw some gold myself when I was out that way. Or maybe it was something else. Had that goldish glint about it, though. You guys, everything going okay? Let's see. Stream is quite a bit behind me right now. I don't know why. I've taken the liberty of jotting down a few observations for you, Sam. Go ahead and have a read if you have a minute. I've spent years studying the Death Stranding, trying to unravel its mysteries for the sake of humanity. Not Heartman, though. All he does is head to the beach in search of his dead family. He doesn't care what happens to the human race. He told me as much. What a fucking asshole, I thought. All that talent and he just uses it for his own ends. Now I realize that I was wrong. After all, he's not like other people. No one else has to deal with the 24-minute life cycle or the constant dreams of destruction. Putting himself first is probably the only way he could deal with that shit. Doing stuff for the sake of humanity, saving the world, it's all a load of bull. A nice name for a horrible concept. Remember when people used to kill for their tribes, their countries? This is no different. Can't believe it took a bout of chiral contamination for me to work that out. William Lake, the dream came true. I can't believe it, Sam. You were able to connect everything. Seeing that ship you were in make its way here through Ground Zero is incredible enough, but this feels like a dream now. I'm so glad I didn't lose my patience waiting for the second the dream come true. But you aren't done yet, right? I know that you'll get wherever you want to. You truly are a hero to us. Sam Bridges, you are nothing short of a legend, aren't you? Not only did you save our comrade's life, but you put the UCA on the map. But those terrorists and BTs are still out there, aren't they? And Higgs, he's still running free? We won't be letting our guard down, and we'll be cheering for you. Fears of terrorism. Wow, just wow. You finally got the whole thing hooked up. Unbelievable. Seeing you cross Ground Zero in the boat was crazy enough, but this is mind-blowing. It's like a dream. I knew we were right to hold out hope. The UCA's back in business for real now, and it's all thanks to you, Mr. Dreamweaver. But your work's not done yet, right? Don't sweat it. I know you'll bring back Amelie safe and sound soon enough. All of us do. We'll be right here waiting for you to come home, cheering you on until you do. Well, let me take a look and see if there's something up with the buffering. Yeah, it's not throwing any red flags at me. It's not telling me that anything's wrong with the connection. I mean, I don't know why it would tell me anything, but oh, now it's saying low bandwidth. And now it's not saying low bandwidth. I don't know, are we still having problems? Hey, Xolza. I'm troubleshooting a little bit. I just had a power outage and some things are a little wonky. Oh, now low bandwidth. Well, everybody, I don't know what the best thing to do is right now. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to waltz into the final battle if everything's turning to shit. So, I think maybe I need to log off and restart the internet. Oh, no, the warning went away. I'm gonna wait just a minute and see if things smooth out before I go into a big battle or whatever. Nah, low bandwidth again. It went away. Does everything seem better? I mean, it probably won't be forever, but... Okay, tell you what, because I'm not gonna just push ahead while this stuff is, yeah, you say no more chop, but I'm hitting low bandwidth again. So, alright, so now I gotta gear up for war, because I gotta go fight something. Okay, alright, we still have people. Network error has occurred. Haha, you missed me, of course. Seems like the stream is a good amount of time behind me. But assuming we don't have any streaming issues, I guess just let me know if it turns to crap. Oh, we're gonna get a new one? I guess this can't be the complete end of the game, because we still have to kind of wrap up that plot line as well. Okay. So, something tells me... Oh yeah, quadruple rocket launcher. Hematic rockets. Let's make a bunch of those. And a bunch of, blood bags. And I've got a... Well, I had a ton of guns, I guess. I lost a bunch of stuff, but I think I've got... And, well, I don't know what to do with those. But let's get them. Let's get them. I don't know what I'm preparing for. I guess I've already got a bunch of those. Alright, whatever. Load it all on back. Hang on tool rack. Offload. Offload. Okay, let's go ahead and offload that guy. Okay, apparently I can't carry 3 rocket launchers. Well, actually, let's go ahead and throw that into the private locker. Auto-arrange my cargo. Let's see, how many... I have 1 on my back, 1 on my... tool rack. I want 3 of them. It is critical that I have 3 of them. Oh boy. Okay. This is gonna be dumb. Let's see what it, if I quit my rocket launcher.
Use of weapons is prohibited.
Ah, I can't aim it.
Have a pleasant journey.
Everything I needed, Sam. A complete chiral network. Spread all across America. Connecting all them precious little nuts. I got the whole world in the palm of my hand.
Is that the part I shoot?
5. We've had 5 mass extinctions, each caused by an extinction entity. And now it's time for number 6.
Now, I'm not talking about the death of a few
It would have been
dozen
ridiculous
species, no.
if I had everything on my
This?
back for this.
This is the granddaddy of them all. BT antimatter voiding out all life as we know it. And it wouldn't be possible without a Boy Scout like you, willing to make us whole again.
What do you say? Come on.
Time to meet your ender.
Oh, she's not in the heart anymore.
Homily?
Sam. Is nearly complete. Every knot is joined. Soon, I will merge them and all mankind's beaches into a single shore. And then will come an extinction like no other. More massive than any before it. The last. This is my purpose.
What the hell they do to you?
The last stranding. My reason for being. The first was nothing more than a prelude.
Surely you figured it out by now. Doomed? People like us? She's the source of it all. Nightmares that haunt us, the visions of an inescapable future. Sound familiar? Happy fucking doomsday, Sam! Fuck you!
Sam. Don't you get it?
You can speed this up or slow it down, but you cannot stop what we've started.
Even if you beat me,
You can't save her. So all this is a done deal.
Well, good thing I got 3 of these, because I don't know, do I...
Can you see me, Sam?
Oh, that one was a remote detonation grenade.
You should see the view from up here.
Ouchies.
See if you can stop this thing. Time to reset.
I don't know what that means. He's over there.
Let the game resume. Come on. Let's have some fun. It's Doomsday.
Oh, that's right. I have too much shit. I'd have to drop my empty rocket launcher before I can pick up another one, obviously. Close enough.
See if you can stop this thing. Let's go. Fighting. It's Doomsday.
Had to do it. That one's stuck in me, I guess. Oh, I gotta shake it off, I see.
Extinction is a foregone conclusion.
Can I drop some of these empty ones? Oh, how did I end up on a building? Well, something got me. I'm trapped. Okay, going this. Nope. Cannot move. New gun. Oh, his head is hands. And those are hands. I think Kojima just went into a meeting with a bunch of sticky hands from a coin machine and went, this is our theme, this is what we're doing. I never get great reviews on the battles. Let's just get it over. Oh, all right. I'll take it. Am I gonna level up? No, still a master courier.
Amelie! Amelie!
She's fine. Extinction's on hold for now.
Let her go!
Oh man.
All that for repatriating. What a waste.
Oh no. I think BB's gonna have to get born.
Well, we'll pick this up when you're done dying.
Heads!
I'll see you on the beach for the grand finale.
Okay, he's down there. Is there anything else I should be looking for in these? I don't know how much time I get, you know? Interesting. Do I repatriate as them? Oh, and I can acquire cargo. I always just assumed that there was some reason to move faster here. Oh, well, alright. It decided I was repatriating. That's where you keep a baby, right? It's in your stomach. Are locked. Which way's the beach? Am I going back that way? Find a way to go after Higgs. So I'm guessing it's not going to let me rest.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Good night, dog lore sleeper. Oh, will let me go into the private room. Oh, maybe I can use Fragile's umbrella to get me where I need to go. Oh, I got new action figures. Why is it a 5-pack of beer? So that's a good one. Oh, have Fragile jump me to the beach. Okay.
With Emily's beach. So it's pretty clear where they went.
So how do we get there?
I can't. But you and Emily have a strong connection. You've been to her beach plenty of times, right? You can make the jump. You gonna come through for me?
I'll try to take him alive.
Promise me. I'm the one who finishes him off. Good. Then I'll help you get where you need to go. I can send us both at once. But I'll be right behind you.
I thought you said you couldn't go to her.
I can't. But I can go to you.
But I can go to you.
By the ties that bind us together. The Dreamcatcher will lead you to her.
And then?
The Misanga will lead me to you. You're going in like that?
Yeah, I don't need a weapon. I'm not gonna take Lou either. Fragile.
What?
Do you have anything to eat?
Oh. Got you hooked, huh? Sam, be careful.
Worst comes to worst, take care of Lou, all right?
For this to work, I'll have to touch you. Close your eyes.
Now picture Amelie in her beach. You love her, right? You love her. There it is.
Amelie?
Sam? What are you doing here?
You ready to end this? Before the end of everything?
What are you gonna do to her?
What I'm supposed to do? Keep the extinction entity safe until the slate is wiped clean. There's no stopping the safe extinction. No matter what you, me, or anybody else does, humanity has a few 100,000 years left, tops. Why don't we just cut to the chase? Accept our fate. Let the creatures before us. We all know what's coming. Why delay the inevitable? Those of us with dooms, her, we're all bound here for a reason. We are all of us a part of the Death Stranding. This place, this fucking beach. There's no repatriation here, no. One of us dies, that's it. He goes to the other side. It's nice, huh? Lucky loser gets to put an end to this rinse and repeat bullshit once and for all. So, no BTs, no void outs, no bullshit. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Stick versus gun versus Strand. One more ending before the end. One last game over.
I am the particle of God. Come on!
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Your lucky day. I'm gonna find you eventually.
Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go fist fight him.
Sam.
I do have this, which I've never used.
An ending, that's what.
Interesting. That thing I never used.
To this land, these cities, these people, everyone, everything. We doing this, Sam?
Here's all the shit I didn't do. Except the strand uses my blood, it looks like, so I should probably not keep doing that.
Just trying to bring back America's glory days, just putting off the inevitable. Oh, I've still got plenty of ammo.
Damn. I might have to do this one again, if it'll let me. The auto aim on that's pretty nice.
Oh, humanity?
Oh, there's cryptobiotes. Did not know that.
Life itself been living on borrowed. He's got no place for us. Tell me all you want. Come over here and take. Show some dignity. For once in your goddamn life, make the smart play.
60 at a time.
I don't need the gun, Sam. I can beat you. I can beat you. Samuel Porter Bridge. run this, Sam?
Oof.
Samuel Ford. Not getting cold feet, are you?
Let's have some fun.
Dude! Over here. Samuel Porter Bridges.
That did it. I've got to say, these fights are really cool, but I have a hard time sensing any, like, momentum.
Just don't get it, do you? You can't stop this thing. No one can. We got dooms, Sam. This was only ever gonna end one way. So come on!
Oh my god! Is this like Metal Gear Solid 4? I don't know if I have any other control here other than just a punch. Can I defend myself? Oh, kind of. Whoop.
Who the hell, Sam?
This is like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, where he's like stuck in place, can only lean back. Oh, I told you to tell me if the stream was glitchy. Just wrecking this guy's head.
You're getting a little touchy-feely there, Mr. Phasmophobia. Well, congratulations. You won the game. Too bad you didn't stop shit. Well, get on with it. Fragile.
Guess I left a lasting impression. I'm fragile. But I'm not that fragile. This time you're the one who's going to break.
Is that right? I think you'll find our bond is made of stronger stuff. Jimmy Pillar, damn it!
Oh, what's this? You're already broken.
Get punched in the head too many times.
I'm Higgs. I'm the particle of God that permeates all existence. What are you? Honey, you ain't nothing but damaged goods.
You are damaged goods.
B. I've received the Misanga from Fragile again. Oh, I guess that was the thing I gave her. Nothing increased from that. Don't they need to kill this guy?
Thanks.
What took you so long?
I brought you a metaphor. Take it with you. Tell the lie first with Porter syndrome, what happens when you hide behind the mask.
No.
Did she kill him, though?
It's better they hear it from the woman herself.
One more thing. Your little one managed to bring it here by picturing it as equipment. You mind? Babysitting sucks.
Why did she bring it?
So where should I send you? Back east?
He doesn't need your help. He's got the chiral network. And he's got me. We can jump east together.
Lucky him.
We appreciate everything you've done for us, we really do. But we're good for now. Besides, I'm sure they need you back at Fragile Express.
Yeah. Better to scoop up all the pieces and put them back together. Wouldn't want to settle for anything less than perfection.
Fragile.
We're square, nothing owed, nothing left to say. So long, Sam.
Huh.
Come on. Let's go. We still have work to do. Do you still believe in me? Even without Higgs, I am a walking time bomb. I can end it all just like that. But what I want, what I have always wanted, was to be a part of it. For us all to be one. What?
Tell me the truth. Was this all for you or all for Bridget?
This is for our country. For our future, that is the truth. There's something that you need to know, Sam. When you were back east, I slipped out of here and I went to visit you.
What? You lied? Fuck me. You have any idea what it took for me to get here?
You wouldn't have come if I hadn't. You didn't care about America or bridges. But we did know one thing you did care about. Something you were willing to cross a continent for. A reason to build the UCA. It was Die Hard Man's idea.
Great. So I'm Mario and you're Princess Peach. No, you're right. I never gave a shit about this country. I have no ties to anything or anyone but you.
I'm so sorry, Sam. But it all worked out in the end.
guess that's taken care of.
I know you have questions, but can you say?
Sure.
Let's go home.
How do we do it? Do we jump like Fragile?
No. The beach goes the whole way. We run. Together.
Run?
Yeah. Like Mario and Princess Beach.
Fuck. I mean, we're not actually sure she's a real person, so her... Oh, not only is she running in heels, but she's running heel first in heels.
Wait here, okay?
Bruh, she said wait.
President Bridget Strand. So you finally invited me to the beach. Remember this? It's the same gun. And now I'm using it to make things right. You were supposed to make the world whole, not fuck it all up.
Okay then. Get on with it. There is no atonement. Not for us.
Do I have to save Die Hard Man now?
It can't be.
Is that really you?
Yes. It's me. John.
He's Snake, confirmed.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if seeing his face is going to
So
tell us
sorry.
anything. There haven't been that many characters. This was all just another bizarre adventure.
Give me back my BB.
You're looking in the wrong place.
Oh, hey, Brianna. Nice of you to show up at the end here. I assume this is the end. You missed the first half of this, which I lost because of a power outage.
Baby!
And then I had to quit for 15 to 20 minutes to reset my internet. But is it madness?
Emily?
Stay back!
Dang. And now I gotta repatriate again. I assume. Oh, okay, over this way. Over there? Yeah. But is there anything else to explore? Oh, I can just... fuck you, rocks. Oh, invisible wall. Either that or I'm getting pulled back into myself. Rock. Wait, how do I... It's asking me to load save data. What is that? Oh, okay. Whoops. Another 2 streams. I mean... if there's like the 2-hour ending movie from Metal Gear Solid 4, which is not a game I've played, only a game I've watched played. Uh-oh.
The hell?
Whoa, Sam, it's me. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
Where am I?
Back east of the tar belt. Your private room. You have Amelie to thank for that.
Where is she?
We don't know.
She didn't head back east?
No, but after she saw to you, she contacted HQ and left us a message.
Saying what?
I'm going to finish what Bridget started. Just that, and then... gone.
Bridget. I saw Bridget on the beach.
Sam, please. You yourself burned her body, remember? She wouldn't have remained on the beach. Couldn't have. Not even if it was her daughter's beach.
Check the logs. You've got them, don't you?
Sorry. We didn't get any of it. The only record we have is the one in your head. What else do you remember?
That guy was there too. Cliff. He took Die Hardman hostage.
The director?
That part you believe?
Well, it would explain why we haven't heard from him for so long. I always suspected him. But now I'm starting to piece together a different narrative. Something's been bothering me, you see.
When did Dead Man become magical?
On the assumption that Higgs was controlling Cliff. But that can't possibly be correct. Because Higgs is gone, and Cliff is still causing trouble.
You think Cliff is the mastermind?
Yes. He's likely holding Amelie and the director captive on the beach.
And that's where I'm going. Wait a minute. Where's Fragile?
She's safe here with us. But so long as you're over there, she won't be able to send you to the beach.
What?
You must understand, Sam. While you were unconscious, the situation changed quite a bit. We'll explain everything. I promise. But first, you should rest. All right?
Fuck rest. I'm going back to that beach.
And little Lou doesn't need a break either, I take it?
Because yawns are contagious. There's some nonsense in here. Just
You helped
nonsense.
us extend the chiral network from coast to coast. And you dealt with Higgs, the UCA's enemy #1. We couldn't have come this far without you. But there is still one final step. We have to swear in a new president and establish a functioning government. Only then will America be whole again.
Why don't you save that shit for someone who cares? I've done my part. Fuck America. We've got bigger problems now.
I hear you, Sam. Government is the least of our concerns at this point. Cliff has Amelie, which means there may not be anything left to govern come tomorrow. If tomorrow comes at all.
Then why aren't we out there doing something about it? I don't care what she is, only that we get her back.
Right you are. Rescuing Amelie and averting the 6th extinction are one and the same. But neither will be possible unless you first come back east. We are in no position to give you orders, of course. But believe me when I say, it is the only way.
Sam, everyone's here but you.
Fragile transported us back to headquarters.
You okay?
Never been better. Oh. Delivering so many people in such a short amount of time is new.
Mama. No, Lochner.
Yeah, I'm here too. Figured I should lend a hand.
We're all waiting for you, Sam.
No way in hell am I hauling myself all the way back there. Come on, Fragile. Let's do this.
I can't, Sam. And not just because I'm a wreck. It isn't safe to use the beaches to move people anymore.
Chiral spikes have become far more frequent, possibly as a result of expanding the network nationwide. Too many beaches sharing the same space, wires get crossed, and so forth. You can see the toll it's taking on the network itself.
With things the way they are, it's too dangerous to risk jumping through a beach. Even if I reach a beach, there's no telling where I'll come out on the other side. And I could get stuck in there. That's why I can't go to you either. But if I could get to the entrance of the beach, I should be able to get you there.
The beaches are still there after all. I can personally attest to that.
So yeah, you will need to hold yourself all the way back here. But once you have, I promise I'll take you to Amelie. Straight to her beach.
The two of you share a very special connection. Your dreamcatcher, her Kipu. They are no mere trinkets. They are singular, irreplaceable totems, embodiments of your shared memories. Two sides of a coin. The price of entry to her beach. Dreamcatchers are a product of Native American tradition, that of the Ojibwe people, to be precise. They were said to ward off nightmares, to alter one's dreams. If Dooms is indeed Amelie's gift to us, her shared dream of our future, perhaps your totem is an invitation to change it. A test, challenging you to find hope amid their hopelessness. While we await your return, I'll search the beach for Amelie and the director. I doubt my ties to them are strong enough, but better that than sitting around doing nothing.
I'll see if I can't find something in the records on the three of them. Maybe they're more connected than we know.
We're waiting for you. The way home should be easier, right? Hurry back east. You already know the way. And when you get here...
Oh. Finders keepers. Now, get out of there. And make sure you head east, towards Lake Knot City. There's no cargo to deliver this time, Or rather, you're the cargo.
Gotta leave Tucson.
That's the mission.
Gross.
Peter Englert, do you wish to know my secrets? He's the pizza guy, right? Allow me to express my deepest gratitude for the pizza you have brought me. I will forever cherish the memory of each and every one you so kindly delivered to my doorstep. Alas, there is a singular blemish upon our relationship, a singular regret that weighs upon my soul. It concerns the one wish you so cruelly failed to grant me. I speak, of course, of my delivery from Lake Knot City to South. I will readily admit I am not one to forgive and forget, and this flaw compels me not to allow you to forget either. Consigning my package to the bottom of a tar lake instead of seeing it to its intended destination was an unconscionable act hardly befitting a professional porter. For shame. But let us not cry over spilled milk. If you do me one final favor, I have faith. You can find it in your heart. I can find it in my heart to forgive you. You must know in yours what I am about to ask. Yes, pizza, pizza, pizza. Look again at the messages that Peter Englert has sent. The instructions are quite clear. Furthermore, as an expression of goodwill, I have unlocked the entrance to my private quarters. You may peruse my secrets to your heart's content. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, Higgs Monahan. The heck? I did it, Sam. Your safe house is ready and waiting for you. I just got to Mountain Knot City and figured this would be a good time to write and let you know. Man, I was so sure I was going to get ambushed by terrorists or run into a bunch of BTs somewhere along the way, but nope, made it there and back in one piece. I don't want to make myself out to be a hero, though. The safe house had already been built by the time I reached Mountain Knot. Maybe HQ didn't trust me to do the job and asked someone else to take care of it. Nah, they wouldn't do that. And besides, we don't have the people to spare. Someone must have built it, though. But who? You know what, though? The safe house wasn't all I found waiting for me. There was a ladder, too. Makes one hell of a difference knowing you're not alone. Not alone. Cheered me up to no end, I can tell you. Hey, was it you who put it there? Well, if it was, thanks. Heh, feels kind of like we're partners now. Came across a bunch of dropped cargo, too, though thought I could do somebody a good turn by delivering it, but, well, it was just too heavy. I had to leave it behind. Still, I was riding high. Even got up the nerve to finally try a crypto buyout at one point. Not my thing, I have to say. Some porter I met a ways back told me I ought to eat one a day. Ha, screw that. Oh, he said he dropped by the safe house with some materials once it was up and running. I'd wager a whole bunch of people are leaving stuff there for others. Now, it doesn't take long for word to spread through our little community after all. We're not alone out here, Sam. Don't you ever forget that. Stay strong. So what would have happened if I had delivered the other pizza? I don't know. I guess I'll have some things to look up. No fragile jump. Alright. Here we go, gang. This is a new one?
This child's special.
Yep.
One of a kind.
A baby candidate.
Either that, or...
a sacrifice.
Does she have a mask on? Oh, she has a mask on.
A foundation. A bridge.
Die Hard Man. So I don't get any gear because this isn't a real thing. Oh good. I had a climbing anchor and a blood bag. Nice. No, I can't claim anything either. So I guess the point is to just Hoof it. Oh, there's a truck. Somebody left me a truck.
Sam, it's Hartman. Be advised that chiral density in regions predisposed to strandings has increased dramatically. No doubt the beach is to blame. BTs drawn into our world under these circumstances may be affected in unpredictable ways.
Okay, where am I going? This direction. When am I gonna get hit with another musical piece from Roar here? This is fucking pointless. There it is, slow roar. And BB likes the song. I am going the wrong way. Well, I mean, not necessarily, I guess. But I should probably turn here. Does this tell me, like, a weather forecast? Are there overlays I can switch on and off? There are. Oh, and that shows me the chiral network, so there's... at least 3, 4... Oh, Peter Englert. Never brought him on board. Whatever. This isn't gonna work. Oh, the counter scoring to my piss poor driving. And the fact that this vehicle has like no weight and doesn't actually push down on any surface it's on. It's like an aluminum balloon. I've got 2 viewers. You guys doing okay? Well, I don't have any cargo, so that didn't actually matter. Am I still heading the right direction? More or less.
Sam, do you copy? I've been looking into Clifford Unger and wanted to share my thoughts. To recap, Unger was a U.S. Special Forces operative whose retirement roughly coincided with the Death Stranding. After he left the service, he somehow became involved in the early BB experiments. However, he died before they ended. Now, while the circumstances surrounding his death are not entirely clear, I'm beginning to suspect that these battlefields of his are at least partially sustained by his enduring emotional attachments. Anger, resentment, regret. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the BB experiments. That much seems clear given his repeated attempts to steal Lou. Cliff seems to be driven by a compulsion to reclaim our BB, as if that will make him whole again. A compulsion so powerful that he was not only able to drag himself from the depths of hell, but bring a piece of that hell along with him. One thing's for sure, he's nothing like a BT. We need to know the whole story about his death and his connection to the BB experiments. I'll keep digging and let you know what I find, Sam.
Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain on until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Keep on keeping on. Weapons restriction. Keep on keeping on.
Okay, so if I actually want to make use of the roads, I think I need to take like a hard right here. It's not gonna let me down over here, is it? Well, I shouldn't go down over here. I'm just trying to get to the Timefall farm. Okay, I need to find a different way up and over. Alright, we're just gonna start sliding. What is this physics? Like, it's really obvious sometimes that the ground is just geometry. Yo, what the hell is that? Oh boy. Can I catch a break? Just point the right direction and stay pointing that direction. Here we go. No, don't go sideways. It's interesting there's no rolling physics, like there's no way to actually get this thing upside down. Because a lot of the, like, when it goes sideways, a lot of the times, because it's just so, like, top heavy, it should almost certainly roll over. There's one. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to run from here anyway. If I'm appropriately role-playing as this character, there's one thing in this world he actually gives a shit about. And it's Lou. Not BB. Lou. Okay, is everything looking alright? I guess I can check the stream myself. Glitching out a little bit while I'm playing with the baby, that's okay. Another piece of music. Oh man, I didn't even make it to the Timefall farm yet. Oh, I'm just... This is a part of the map I don't think I've been to. Wow.
Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Why is there an exclamation point? Okay. Yeah, looks good. Do it. Suppose I can probably make some stuff here, right? Like, pair of boots just in case. Couple of these assault rifles. Rocket launcher. The usual. Oh, are you still having trouble with the stream? It looks okay when I'm watching it back. So, I don't know. Have we considered that maybe the internet is just dying and it's not my fault? Okay. Are the mules, yeah, still out doing shit, whatever. Enemy scanner ping was negated. Cannot be bothered to mess with any of that right now. Alright, so if the stream is turning to shit for you guys, I feel like the smart thing to do would be to just stop streaming for the night and pick it up next time. You know, it's already been enough issue that, you know, I can't really complain that much. I guess I'll just find a convenient place to save and leave it alone, and maybe we'll pick it up this weekend. It is going to get somewhat complicated. Why are you completely turning around? There's just no explanation, unless, like, the front of the vehicle is just that much heavier, but then there are times when the back end just starts to slip out, and it's like, why? What would cause that to happen? Erg. Yeah, the front of this thing has to be way heavier. Okay, come on. Pointing straight. Alright, I don't see anything in the chat that's all that encouraging for me to keep going. So I think we'll just stop over here. I mean, I think I can save anywhere, I just don't know how it affects things. Because after this, we just have to use the road. It's got the umbrella, but I can't use the fragile jump. Okay. So I guess that's gonna do it for me. There's supposedly 3 of you watching. I think at least one of those 3 is asleep. So anyway, it doesn't. I'm a little confused by the chat because I can't tell if you guys can actually hear me or not. It looks like the sound's going through, but I don't know if the video is just so choppy. But I think I'm going to leave it there, and we'll pick this up soon. I don't know when. I was hoping to finish it tonight. Maybe I'll just do like a late one tomorrow, once I get done with some other things.